Do you ever have trouble figuring out what to serve alongside grilled chicken, steak, maybe a hamburger, or even pork chops? I have the solution for you today. We're making roasted red potatoes. This is a really quick and easy recipe. I'm gonna show you how to get them perfectly golden brown and what seasonings to put on top to make them absolutely delicious. Let's get started. Now you may need to tweak this recipe just for a little bit if you happen to be serving more people, but today I'm just making enough potatoes for about 2 or 3 people. So you'll see I have red potatoes here. Red potatoes are a great potato for oven roasting. They are a waxier potato, so you'll find that they hold their shape even after you bake them and stir them in the oven. Take the potatoes, make sure you've washed and scrubbed them, and then just dice the potatoes. We like to dice our potatoes about 1/2 inch thick. That just ensures that they cook quickly in the oven. And then as you cut, add them to a measuring cup. You can again make as many as you would like. We're making about 2 to 3 cups today. So it looks like I need about 1 more. You can peel the potatoes if you'd like, but red skins are really thin, so you get those vitamins and minerals in there if you leave the skins on, and even the kids don't seem to mind. And that's just under 3 cups, so it's perfect. Now it's time to add the seasonings. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1/2 teaspoon of parsley, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now, this is like a little bit of an Italian flair to these potatoes. It won't be a strong Italian flavor. You could add Cajun seasoning, you could add some taco seasoning for a Mexican flair, add a little bit of onion powder if you love the flavor of onions. But we find that these seasonings right here really go well with just about any main dish. Now the next part is the oil. So you can choose 2 different paths. You can use some olive oil cooking spray and spray the top, stir the potatoes, spray it again. This is a low-fat version. It will not add much fat to the potatoes, and it will still give them a little bit of a crispy texture. But what my family begs for is for me to add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil to the potatoes. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Add that olive oil in, stir to mix all of the seasoning and the oil, make sure it coats all of the potatoes. Then bring in a baking pan. So I'm gonna use a 9-inch deep dish pie plate. It's a nice heavy ceramic pie plate. You can use a baking sheet, you can use a casserole dish, whatever you need to bake the potatoes. Now if you've put olive oil on the potatoes, you probably won't need to spray the dish, but I like to do it just in case. I don't want those potatoes to stick. Spray it lightly, add the potatoes into the bowl, and then take a spoon and just put them as evenly as you can on the bottom. And then it's time to bake. Now the key to golden brown crispy red potatoes is to cook at a high temperature. So I have the temperature set to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to cook them for about 15 to 17 minutes, and then I'll take a spoon or a spatula and stir them a little bit to flip them over so that both sides of the potatoes can start to get browned. Then cook them for an additional 15 minutes or so until the potatoes are as done as you'd like. Now, if you like your potatoes a little bit extra crispy, I highly recommend putting this pan under the broiler in the oven. Now you want to watch it very closely, especially if you put the broiler on high. It's only going to take just a couple of minutes to turn those potatoes a beautiful golden brown. So don't forget that they're in there or they will burn, but it's definitely a great way to get them just a little bit extra crispy. The potatoes will be really, really hot when they come out of the oven, so be careful. Make sure the kids don't go start digging in because they are that good and they will want to. Be sure to visit tasteoflizzyt.com to find this full recipe, all of our hints on how to make these potatoes the most perfect way. Plus, you can print the recipe there. Thanks for watching today. I'm Julie from Taste of Lizzy T. I hope your family loves this potato recipe.